Hello everyone, in this video we are just going to interface DHT11 temperature bar humidity sensor module with ESP32 SoC. Let's get started. As the first step, let us try to understand the schematic diagram that we are going to build in the breadboard for interfacing ESP32 with DHT11 sensor module. On the screen you can see this is the ESP Room 32 development board. It contains ESP32 Room 32 SoC with CP2012 driver for uploading the program onto this SoC. You can see we have a micro USB connector here using which you can power up this development board, and also you can dump the program that you are trying to write to this SoC through Arduino IDE or any other Python IDE as per your wish. As the first step, you can see red line is the 5-volt power line and black rail is the ground line. So I am just going to connect the red line to 3.3 line of the ESP32 and black line to ground of ESP32. And you can see this is the DHT11 sensor module, and this sensor module contains VCC ground for powering up the module and the data outline for fetching the data from the DHT11 sensor. So first step is, let me just power up this DHT11 module with the help of common rail that is available in the top, that is the power and ground. And the next step is the outline. I am just going to connect it to GPIO12 of ESP32 or Room 32 development board. And the final step that I am going to do is I am just going to connect an LED, red LED, to the GP13 of ESP32. So the anode of the LED is connected to GP13 pin of ESP32 development board, and cathode is connected to the common ground rail of the circuit. So this is the schematic that I am going to build for interfacing the DHT11 sensor with ESP32 or Room 32 development board. In this video, let's get started with the programming part in Arduino IDE for building the relevant program for interfacing and fetching the data, that is the temperature data, from this DHT11 sensor module. So this is the program that we are going to upload for fetching the temperature data and displaying that in the serial terminal of Arduino IDE. And also I have added a small piece of code right over here for turning on the red LED connected to digital pin 13 of ESP32 if the temperature exceeds 45 degrees Celsius. So let me just explain you this particular program step by step. On the top you can see this is the macro for the DHT pin. So I have defined a macro called DHT pin with the value 12, which means as per the schematic as we discussed, we are just going to connect the data line of DHT11 sensor to GPIO12 of ESP32. And further I am just declaring and defining two different things. First one is the buffer or array of 5 elements for storing the 5 bytes of data received from DHT11 sensor. So usually we will be getting 5 bytes of information from DHT11 sensor. So those 5 bytes are, first byte is relative humidity integral data, second byte is relative humidity decimal data, byte 3 is relative temperature integral data, fourth byte is relative temperature decimal data, fifth byte is checksum of all these bytes from byte 1 to byte 4 received. So you can utilize this checksum for checking whether the received data is proper in your program. So this is the basic data processing from DHT11 sensor. And next thing is we are declaring a variable called temperature with the data type of int for receiving the temperature data from DHT11 sensor. And we have declared and defined a function called read DHT11 for receiving the data from DHT11. Coming inside the initialization part of the program, we are just going to initialize the serial terminal in this Arduino IDE, that is this one, with the baud rate of 9600, and then we are configuring the LED pin as output pin, that is the pin 13 is the pin to which we have just connected LED in our schematic. So I'm just configuring that particular pin as output pin. Inside the infinite loop of the program, that is a logical section of the program, I have written a if else part. So in this if condition, I have just called this read DHT11. If the data received is valid, we will be getting a true value right over here. So here, once it is receiving a true value, we will enter inside this if condition. Coming inside the if condition, we will be storing the data buffer of 2 to the temperature variable, and then we will be printing temperature string onto the serial terminal. Following that, we will be printing the temperature value that we received right over here in line number 59, and we are printing degree Celsius symbol. That's all. So this is the process that we are going to do for fetching the data and for printing that to the serial terminal. We don't want this else. I'm just going to remove this else. I don't want that. And after that, I'm just going to check if the temperature exceeds 45 value. If it exceeds, I'm just going to turn on the LED connected to digital pin 13, else I will be turning off the LED pin. And here I'm just providing a 1 second delay for every fetching of data or for every logical cycle right over here inside the void loop. Coming to the read DHT11, I will just brush through this logic code written for reading the data from DHT11. First step is I'm just making the pin as output. So this is a one wire protocol, so you may need to switch between input and output of same pins. So we are having only one pin. So first thing is we are making that particular pin as output for giving the initialization pulse to the sensor module. You can see this is the initialization pulse, making the pin as output, and we have provided the initialization pulse. And after that, we are just making that same pin as input pin, or we are just configuring the same pin as input pin. And here we are checking the response. This is the sequence. This is just a sequence. And after that, this is the receiving section where we will receive 40 bits of information or 5 bytes of data. And once you receive all the 40 bits of information or 5 bytes of information, we are checking that first 4 bytes of information against the checksum information got from the sensor. As I mentioned, final byte is the checksum. So I am just adding all the initial 4 bytes of information, and I am just checking that is equal to the final byte of information received from the DHT11. If it is equal, then only we can consider we got a valid response from the sensor. Based on the checksum only, you can make sure we got a valid data from the sensor. So I'm just returning true, else I will return false. So that is why we are just checking for a true from this particular function for a valid response. So that is what we have done right over here in this line 57. If it returns true, we will be fetching the temperature data and we are printing that to the serial terminal, and further we are checking for the temperature data and we are turning on the LED or turning off the LED. That's all about the programming part. I am just dumping this particular program to the ESP32 development board. I have already connected my development board to the PC through micro USB cable. So I'm just going to dump the program to my ESP32 by clicking on this particular icon. Compilation is done. The program is being uploaded to the ESP32. That's it. It is uploaded. Now I'm opening the serial monitor. You can see I'm not getting anything right over here. Now I'm just connecting the DHT11 signal line to GP12 and the LED to GP13. You can see I got the temperature value to be 29, which is the room temperature. Now when I try to increase the temperature using a soldering iron, you can see the temperature is increasing gradually. So the threshold is 45 for turning on the LED converter to GP13. You can see when the temperature exceeds 45, the LED is turned on. So we successfully interfaced DHT11 sensor module to ESP32 in this particular video. I hope you learned something new in this video. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.